Oh, is there a Viking sword fragment?
Trust
I
me,
love
you
the
will sell
Viking
those
swords.
lobster by the ton in France. Ah, the cabbage farmer has returned. About time.
Oh man.
Oh
I have a
my!
lead on that curious manuscript.
I'd be surprised if you could
Can't
read
believe
it.
you said that to me.
No one can read it. This is why the Templar are taking so long with it. But one of our ally has caught a glimpse of their work.
A pirate?
A spy who worked with the pirate. We set sail for Anticosti.
Oh, we decided to use a French word there.
Floating cesspit
I see.
to call a ship.
Excuse me.
Actually, with all the French guys, this actually does seem like the most just stereotyped Frenchman ever.
It's true. This one's pretty heavy. But any Viking swords? What's happening up here, guys? Yes, there are plenty of things that you can sort of access, but you may as well get to the part in the story where you're on the team that you're going to finish the game on, because it's a little bit complicated in terms of what you can really complete and what you can't.
Yeah. The other thing about the ship games that I don't necessarily like is how often they are these big open sea worlds.
Yeah, it depends. Assassin's Creed 3, it was mostly linear, so there's not much to say.
No, you do it once and then you never really go back.
Yeah, but Black Flag, I didn't really like that the map was so big and so much of it was water. It felt like every time I got back on land, I had to discover my land legs again, and I'm like, this is an Assassin's Creed game. I thought that was the point. This game, I liked the balance just fine. Odyssey, it depended on the area. There was plenty of landmass, so I didn't mind it so much. Lovely. I spent, unfortunately, a lot of time in the same landmasses for a while because I was trying to make sure Athens stayed in control of the war. And then I discovered that the game really doesn't want you to do that. It's not, you're not completing locations and then fortifying them, it's you fortify them and then in a week they're not fortified. So you kind of have to give up on that.
I think this is where it wants us to do the boarding.
Oh, it likely will, yes. Because I'm going to have to gather things.
I think this game you do more damage to the sails. I think.
Yes, I don't remember.
Yeah.
It depends. I think there is some sort of weak point creation system, but that's more once you get your buckle guns.
Yeah.
So until then...
No, I think until then you're supposed to aim for the sails because it just slows them down.
Perhaps. You could definitely be right. Seems I've boarded this ship from very far away.
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to usually do it that far away.
Yes, it's because it was the tutorial was showing me, so it took away my control of the joysticks, so I drifted a little far. But apparently you can just pull.
Apparently these guys have a wicked long throw.
Yes, indeed.
What are you shooting at? You're not going to hit anything.
Yeah, I barely hit things when I shoot from over here, but...
well, you could, but
Pew! Yeah, but I'm a pro assassin, so bang, bang, 2 headshots. Now we reload. And we wait for my boys to pull in the ship. Come on, boys, it's arm day.
Isn't there a barrel
he's hiding now,
explode?
good for him. Oh, probably somewhere. Oh, no headshot. I'm very disappointed in myself. Oh, okay, I was wondering if it was just going to let me kill that guy.
Yeah. It's kind of he snuck up on me after this attack.
Yes, after I saw him coming.
Honestly, that's stupid. Oh, there's a barrel over
yes.
there. Oh, never mind.
That's okay. I almost forgot about the fun combo killing in this game, where if you kill one guy and press the attack button fast enough, you just insta-kill another guy. It's kind of a secret thing in this game. They don't really tell you how to do it. But it's okay. Repair the Morrigan or salvage the enemy ship. I mean, we don't really... We've got a lot of health. We're fine. We're going to salvage that. I can't send it to my fleet yet because I don't have a fleet, because I'm not a free-thinking control freak. So... I think in some ways that's been the idea, is the Assassin's Creed are the Assassin's Brotherhood at least, are these free-thinking, I don't know why the joysticks are making me hit this farmer, sorry boys.
But free-thinking, I just have a problem thinking, no matter how free-thinking you are, there probably are still things that you still
well, and that's the thing is,
say no to.
It's historical fiction, and so in many ways, they have a lot of room to say that, you know what, no, this was a group of people who respected people and were ahead of the curve and were freeing slaves before. And honestly, I appreciate that, because is it super historically accurate? Well, it doesn't have to be. There was no Assassin's Brotherhood, at least not that I know of. If there was, I would have signed up. And so for them to be sensitive at this point in time, I really appreciate it. That's something I've always enjoyed. Playing as Connor and feeling like they didn't avoid dealing with the fact that he was a native character and had to use a European name and yada yada yada, you know. So I feel like they've dealt with it mostly rather sensitively.
What service can I provide?
So I guess we'll upgrade what it wants me to upgrade. Because balanced upgrading is always how I do it, except that I never do that. I can't affect the appearance yet, but that's okay. No, I always upgrade things very out of balance. In Origins, I have a fully upgraded like hunter pathway before anything else almost. You know, I've got my ranged assassinations and controlled arrows, and Senu can attack people and stuff, but I'm like, oh, I haven't even unlocked smoke bombs yet.
Jump, but I can.
But I cannot jump. I cannot jump attack people with my sword because I haven't got the first couple upgrades.
Want to go for the diamond on the left?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Honestly, the main thing that I don't want to miss in this game, which I actually think I already missed one at that first spot, must be up in the tree, is those little Viking sword fragments, because they're such a pain to get later, but it's such a nice little sword set that you get, the Viking sword and dagger. I do think I could appreciate the aesthetic of a Viking game, if that is indeed the direction that they go, which some people are talking about.
Rumored right now?
So that's the rumor. It's odd, because it seemed like it was supposed to be...
Japan. I heard Japan as well was
Japan was a leak that didn't seem like it got too much traction. I don't think there's any point looting this location yet, because I'm an assassin still.
Couldn't they deal with... If they did Japan, they could do like the Shogun or something like that?
Oh, they could do the Shogun or the Samurai or lots of things. There's lots of cool stuff to do almost anywhere.
Especially since I feel like most people in our culture don't know a lot about Japan history.
That's true.
And like from what I've read, it's actually quite interesting.
Oh, there's a lot going on with the different leaders and the power struggles that go on. For Honor had a very interesting samurai campaign in that vein, I thought. We'll just get this viewpoint. But I did really appreciate that, and I wouldn't mind that game at all.
Mm-hmm.
If I dual wield katanas like Deadpool, I'll complain a little bit, because that's not how those swords work in real life, but I'll get over it.
I mean, it is Deadpool, so I don't know why I'm complaining.
That's fair. I don't know why I'm complaining, but at the same time, even if I'm super strong, I'm not going to dual wield two-handed swords. Which I feel fine about.
There's nothing against that.
I never complain.
I mean, to be honest, you got upset when one person was wielding a katana too lightly.
It's true. It's a heavy sword. I don't mind the sword. I'm not racist. I like the sword.
I think what actually happens is they just misname the sword.
Yes,
on purpose.
Because that's what it seems
What is that sword actually called? The one that like a...
Yeah, the lighter samurai sword. I'm not sure, the one-handed sword.
But if they called it that, people would be like, "What the heck is this?"
Well, and that's the thing, is it's a balance, because I was corrected once when complaining about katanas specifically, because I was complaining that no, this is a two-handed sword, you can't use it like this, blah blah blah. And I was corrected by someone who knew a little bit more Japanese than me, like actually a lot more Japanese than me, because I know none, and they speak it. And so they informed me that the word katana in Japanese just means sword, quite simply. And so in that sense, yeah, sure, it's a katana because it's a sword. However, at the same time, I'm just going to steal your ammo, but you're French, so you're going to deal with it. At the same time, the Americanized meaning of katana is a particular sword. It's that two-handed samurai sword, which is, the best cutting sword in the world, and it is. It's not that it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really good at cutting through pigs that are stacked up in a line, because it has a big handle which you can use for leverage, and that's very useful for cutting things. It is. I won't say it isn't. But when you see all these people in... I feel like this is such an odd thing to do, because those are assassin guys, but I can kill them and free this hostage. It's like...
Those are assassins, actually?
Yeah, they're wearing the orange, which in this game is the assassin thugs. And
see, this game's that part's more meant for me because I just beeline to the part. So when I come back to it, it'll make sense.
Right, yeah.
Just
it's
kill him.
true.
Okay.
You're dead. Anyways, I only came here because...
You don't want to free them. You have to click
Oh,
the
I have to actually go free them.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I only came here because there's this magical thing I can do. Also, my crew went up by 4 people when I saved these 2 guys. But there's this thing that you can do in this game, because the game doesn't want you to keep your hood on. But if you go into a restricted area and then leave the restricted area while shrugging your swords, it cancels the animation to take his hood off, and you get to keep your hood on.
They didn't fix it. Good.
No, they did not fix it, and I was very happy.
Probably on purpose.
Probably on purpose, because they didn't want to add some gimmick for how to keep your hood on, but they didn't mind that people found a way. So that was in Black Flag. I think it's the same, or you might have to use your pistols or something. Oh, no! I forgot. He takes them off on the ship anyway, so there was no point. Oh, well.
Why does he get to keep his on?
Yeah, I know. Everybody else keeps their hood on properly. But,
maybe they really wanted to show off these amazing...
These amazing hair graphics. Yes, indeed. Alright, it's a great ship. Let's move on.
Standing right in our way.
Am I supposed to kill these guys? Oh, I am.
Sink every last one of them. For once,
Damn. Oh, I have no audio. That's interesting. Did your audio cut out? Mine did. That's okay.
Oh, your controller turned off.
Ah, well, that
Your Xbox controller turned off.
My Xbox controller turned off, so I could play, but I couldn't hear. That's what I like to hear. Or something. You know what I'd love to have? A RAM. Also, a better system of controlling where I'm aiming, because I just missed that whole opportunity. But that's okay. And I don't have mortars or puckle guns or any of the useful things. That's okay. Pew pew pew. Yes, I ducked, which means my ship was not damaged.
Yeah.
Sorry, how many of them did I sink in that last shot? I think something broke.
We're out here for a reason, Shay. Mind your duty.
And what's the point of freedom if you cannot breathe deep and enjoy it?
The Templars stick to this continent like
I like that attitude.
Don't feel liberated until we pry them off.
I like your attitude.
I like your attitude, lad. The problem is that's the assassin attitude. Is free will. Breathe in deep in safety and freedom and yada yada. And in this game, all the assassins have sticks up their butts, and so you fight for the assassins, but use kind of the same ideals as every other game. So it's a little odd, but I love Shay.
There it is.
He's a lovely guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he values.
Should be there.
He has personal values which are deeper than the values.
I feel like that's most Brotherhood characters.
It's true. Altair, kills his mentor because his mentor is corrupt. Arno gets kicked out of the Assassin's Brotherhood and then still manages to become a master assassin because he sees what others cannot. Shay has to quit the entire Brotherhood, but ends up, in the end, protecting things in a way that that even Achilles has to realize. Oh, Shay was right. So there are a lot of very good free-thinking characters. Evie and Jacob are like that. There's not much of a brotherhood for them to speak of because they're kind of it. Them and Henry Green in London are kind of the only ones. So
then they make their brotherhood.
Well, yeah, and then they make their own, and he creates a gang called the Rooks. Life is fun. There's not much assassin stuff to speak of, and there's definitely a Viking sword fragment at this fort. But yeah, anyways, there's not... Oh, I love taking this fort when I'm a bad guy. Anyways. What are the games? Oh, Ezio is absolutely a free-thinking guy. Connor, yeah, Connor's...
George looks at George Washington and he's like, you know what, I just want this land now. He's like, well...
Yeah, no, it's like, they do have their disagreements, and there's some cool stuff to speak of there. And Connor ends up being a very strong, resolute character, but he does feel a little bit blocky in terms of sometimes it's just hard to listen to.
No,
because
he's a very, I would say, very bland character.
He is a little bit bland, and it's sad because just because he was native didn't mean he had to be a robot. And I was saying my genealogy is pretty messy. I am Cherokee on my mother's side, and so I have some experience in that vein, and the people are so lively and so vivacious, and I just find that it's a little bit sad for I don't know if they were afraid of appearing racist and not trying to stereotype him, or if they just... Oh, too late. Oh no! Oops.
Sorry!
Sorry, buddy, I was just trying to keep my hood on. What? Oh my goodness! The game
Stop it, just go.
just wants me to kill everyone.
Go. Stop, he's like, please don't.
Okay, we'll do it this way. Here, that should cancel the animation just fine. I prefer the sword way. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I quit. And, okay, I'm out, I'm done.
Oh, they're mad.
Where'd the restricted area go? Apparently once you're detected, you don't put your hood on. That's sad. Alright, well...
I guess we're just gonna...
I guess I'm fighting people now. I honestly just wanted to put my hood on. And then I killed 3 people because the game engine is bloodthirsty and... It is! I'm like, hey, can I just shrug my shoulders so that my hood stays on? Oh, there's no restricted area anymore. And the game's like, you can kill a civilian. I'm like, what?
Oh, synchronization area, we're gonna want that.
Oh, yeah,
want
we're
to come back
sure,
here.
Sure. May as well get those. Those are worth getting. Even though I'm an assassin peasant at the moment.
No, I mean, I feel like a good character doesn't always have to be... Because, like, you can have a plain character and have it be a...
And have a great story around him, it's true.
And be like, oh, this story kind of works because he's a very...
It's true, and so I thought they did a pretty good job with that story. I really like the AC3 campaign. The engine is potato.
I feel like...
Speak of the devil.
The one thing they could have done with AC3, I felt, is that if they made Connor a bit more obvious that he's mad about everything...
Yeah, because he was kind of an angry character, but he didn't always express it very effectively.
Yeah.
So it was odd that way. I went the wrong way, didn't I? Alright, anyways, but yeah, I like Connor. He's a great character, and I really like the game.
What happened to that wall?
Oh? Yes, I also speak of demon testicles often. Okay, what is going on, boys? What am I supposed to climb?
I'm dying.
I also died. But yeah, Connor was just a little boring sometimes. Somebody would say something to him, they'd thank him for doing whatever, and he'd be like, no, it was my pleasure. And you'd be like, was it? I can't tell. It's just, I don't know, it was a little bit hard to listen to.
And I think it's made it a bit more mad, like the moment at the end of the game where he's having like a drink with the guy he's been trying to kill.
Yeah, it's a very cool ending.
It's a cool moment.
When he catches up with him, and they've both been through hell. One guy's got a bullet hole in him, the other guy's got a piece of wood sticking out of his stomach. It's this big crazy fight, and finally he shows up, and it's a very slow moment. Charles Lee offers him a drink, he takes it, they nod at each other, and then he stabs him. It's a very cool moment. There's consent.
Hayek, I feel like he's really well done.
Yeah, people were a little worried that he would be bland before the game came out, but I thought they did such a good job of making him kind of vengeful and angry, but also honorable, and he cares so much about children, and he cares so much about Egypt.
I love about the game, it's near the beginning, but the "Here's your nobody" speech is like...
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's really good.
Yeah, here, and here's your nobody. I like that one. And,
It's also, I just like the applicableness of it, like the whole thing where it's society... Where society's like kind of telling you that you're a nobody.
Yeah, it's true. And society's telling him that the Magi are no longer a thing, and he's part of an old forgotten quest, and he can't help his son, and he can't this and he can't that, and he really doesn't care. And I think what he does is really impressive.
So, Louis Joseph, how goes the fur trade? Take a look at this. I borrowed these plans from a Royal Navy ship of the line. They are like nothing I have ever seen.
Good. We could use some more powerful weapons. Le Chasseur, allow me to present our associate, Chez Cormac.
Gentlemen, I have news. On this same ship, I spied the manuscript you seek. It was written in an exotic language I did not recognize and was full of drawings, plants, and animals out of an opium dream.
Were there no charts, no maps?
No. There may have been some kind of code, but neither I nor the roast beefs could ken it.
Where's the manuscript now?
The man who brought it said a man named Washington sent him.
I know that name. He's an important Templar, isn't he?
Everyone when they're in the middle of the game. Wait, I know that guy.
Wait, I know that guy.
Shay, let's return and find him.
And then, like, you're wrong. It's not
User
George
have
Washington.
Yeah, right.
It's his older brother.
It's his older brother whom you kill, which apparently sets George Washington on a path to become a great person. Which is cool for me. You know, I'm chilling.
Actually, I'm gonna go see.
I do like the prequel vibe in this game. I thought they tied it in well. Sink the ships within 3 minutes. I don't know how I did that, but I did.
I'm gonna go take a look at see who, because hopefully the people watching this don't care about spoilers because we're just spoiling everything right now.
Indeed, we've spoiled a bit of
Everything.
Layla, a bit of Origins. That's okay.
Yeah. I was just flash a spoiler warning now, even though it's too late.
Indeed. I mean, honestly, at this point, the games have all been out for long enough that...
It's like spoiling Endgame and people still getting mad.
Yeah, you know.
You really waited for it to come on Blu-ray, did you? I don't know if you can.
The only one that people might not have finished is Odyssey because there's honestly too much content at this point. It's impossible to play. I think I'm just going to have to watch through some of the cutscenes because I'm not sure I'm going to get back on that game to play the last Fate of Atlantis episode. I'm too burnt out. I'm playing through Origins again because I'd rather do that than play another 30 hours with the Adrenaline system.
So I just read up on Lawrence Washington, and I always like this about the Assassin's Creed games. The way he dies is, I can't remember. I think you do end up killing him.
Yes, you do.
But the thing is, he's already dying of tuberculosis,
yes,
which is historically accurate, which is really cool.
Yeah, no, they say he dies of tuberculosis in real life, and when you kill him and have that little moment of talking to him, he's practically dead. He's really coughing up a storm when you kill him, and so I appreciated that, you know, it's cool. Now, where am I supposed to go? Why isn't it marking it?
I think we're gonna call it for this episode.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's call it.